Hey guys, I'm Caleb Giddings, and you're watching the match video from my most recent club match. This was the first match I've shot in compact carry pistol since the 2018 IDPA Nationals, where I finished 9th in the whole country. This stage was very straightforward. You start with 4 targets, 3 shot each around the right side, then come to the left side, and there's 1 paper target and 3 pieces of steel. So my math's not great, but that's 18 rounds, which is why I have to go to my back magazine to do one last reload to finish off the stage. I dropped a few more points than I would have liked, but I still won the stage. Now on this stage, stage 2, you'll see my only unforced error of the match coming up here at the end. So because I'm shooting CCP, I have 8 rounds in all of my magazines plus 1 in the pipe to start, which gives me a total of 17 rounds between what I start with and my first reload. On any 18 round stage, I'm gonna have to go to my back magazine to finish it off, so you have to do 2 reloads. I didn't bring enough magazines with me to the line, so I had to eat a miss on the very last target. This stage was interesting because you didn't have to shoot it in from one particular side to another. Normally IDPA stages are pretty heavily scripted and you have to kind of follow what they say. This one I actually didn't have a great plan, and if I had gone the opposite direction, if I'd gone from left to right instead of right to left like you see me doing, I only would have had to eat 1 standing reload instead of 2 standing reloads, and I probably could have shaved 2 seconds off my time. Still, I didn't do too badly. I only dropped 3 points and I won the stage in my division. This is a pretty typical stage for my home club, where they have lots of individual positions of cover with maybe only 1 or 2 targets in them. This was another 18 round stage, and as you can see, there's a lot of movement. So here, I've got to finish off this target, do a reload into this position, finish off this target, and then I have 2 targets in the last box. I did actually shoot this one pretty well. I had a total time of 19:22, didn't drop any points on this stage, so I was very pleased with finally being able to get through a stage clean and error-free. This was, in my opinion, my best stage of the match. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen this stage before. So you start with all of your goodies, your gun and your full mags in the box. What that means is that that box now counts as a retention device, all right? So you can retain a mag in there, and that's going to be important here in about 7 seconds. So I dumped the fishing pole. You had to fire 3 to the body and 1 to the head at distances out to 15 plus yards on this stage. So you definitely need to take your time. Right there though, I drop my mag in the box, which counts as retention, so I can do a speed reload and finish this out without having to reload in the middle of any targets, all right? That means I don't have to think about where I was, how many I'd fired to the body, or how many I'd fired to the head. Last stage of the match, just a simple burn 'em down stage. It was 6 shots. I jacked up my draw here because you had to start with this dummy on your back and the skateboard leaning up against your leg, and I just did not have a good draw, and you'll see it here in a second. So the timer goes deet. At some point, throw everything off. You see I'm leaning way too far to one side on my draw. So that wasn't great, but still shot a 381. This was the only stage I didn't win. I did win the match in CCP, did all right in the overall as well, considering I had to eat extra reloads, and I will be back next week with more shooting footage.